Hello, welcome to part 13. So today I took a bit of a break. I took a rest day. So I woke up at 8 a.m. without an alarm and I made a list of things that I want to do today. So I wanted to focus on myself, to read, to journal, spend time with the family, the car school, the theory, I have to learn it. Then make a YouTube video, eat, go to church. And yeah, so the book I was reading today is called Outsmart Reality, which it's an interesting book. I wasn't expecting it to be the way that it is. I saw it on a YouTube video. Some random guy just he said it was a good book. He said, "Oh, it's a must read." So I asked my dad to get it on the Kindle. So I started reading it. I'm like 8% through the whole book for so far. I'm gonna read it more today. It's only 8. No, it's only 8 p.m. So I have some time left. I'm gonna finish this video, then I'm gonna keep reading. But I have a few things that I wanted to actually talk about that I learned in the book. So the book itself, it's very interesting. It focuses on the manifestation side of things, the training yourself to think differently, changing your mindset and foundations. And I don't agree fully with everything. I think I see some like conflicts and mismatches in the belief system that I have and the book, but it's still valuable. There's still some valuable information about how to change your mindset, so and such. So, and reading itself is very important. It's also very uh, beneficial. It expands my vocabulary, it trains my mind to think and actually feel a lot more level-headed, a lot clearer, more present and peaceful after reading and taking a break from dropshipping and all that stuff. So having the right foundations is very important. That's what I realized today. And it's only day one of taking a break. I don't know. I'm not going to take a break for a long time. And you'll see later on. I'll explain what I am planning on doing, what the next step is in the money making journey and the side hustle journey and stuff. But basically, in the book, it says reality is yourself. You've heard this before. I have as well. It's just uh, says that, yeah, you have to outsmart yourself. You have to beat yourself, the limitations you put in your head. And it says that there are these entities in our head that are created by repeated thoughts and emotions, which basically so if you believe you're an unlucky person, you're creating this entity inside your head that just is just like the creature of unluck or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, so there's this entity, right? And it feeds on negative emotions of, oh, I'm unlucky, oh, I'm sad, angry, whatever, jealous, and it feeds on those emotions, and the more it feeds, the stronger it grows. There's also positive entities. So like if a person believes he's lucky, the entity will feed on positive emotions, positive thoughts, thoughts of happiness, um, amazement, all that stuff. So basically that's something that's a core concept in the first 8% of the book. Then it also says that everything starts with concentration, and concentration turns into vibration, and then into frequency, and then into reality. I don't understand this yet, but I'll read about it. It also says that focus is just a centralization of energy, which, I mean, okay. And then calm and peace is important. A calm mind can do anything, which I agree with. I feel like if you're calm, if you're level-headed, you're gonna achieve much better results. And the fear of change holds you back. That's also a key point in the book, which I agree with. Fear of change does hold you back. But while reading this book, I ran into a contradiction. So there's manifestation, right, on one side, and on the other side, there's God. And you know that those two things don't really go together, because manifestation is, it says, oh, I'm God, I change my reality, I live the life I want to live, the reality bends to my will, all that stuff. And then on the other side is God, like renewing the mind, having a different source for your strength, for everything. And it's just that on the other side, yeah, so renewing the mind It's more like God has given me a sound mind and talents that I can use to remove the I don't know, the anxiety in my life, to poverty, whatever. I'm not in poverty. What am I talking about? But I can work with I can work with what I have with my talents to create value for others. And that's good. I mean, that's fine. I don't see the problem in that. But in manifestation it says I am the source and I command the universe, which is like, okay. I don't know. I think I need to think more. I need to compare those two things. I need to read more about them because I feel like they're both they have some, you know, some good information to back both of them. But I feel like there's a new age of all these like authors and writers who talk about manifestation and all these self-help books. It's there's a certain theme that they all have. I'm trying to understand why this is the new theme, this is the new age. I don't really get it yet, but I think that the base in my life is, well, that I can just build a business that solves problems for people, and I can trust God in the process. I can trust God for the results. And I think most people get this wrong, where they think that God wants you to be broke, you know? But it's not that. He doesn't say don't have things. He just says don't worry about those things. Don't worry about money because he knows you need them. And he wants to see you succeed. He wants to see you do good. And I think it's fine as long as you use money as a tool to have freedom and help others. It's fine. And that's what I want to do, you know? That's kind of what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. And let me show you a few other things I did. So I made these chocolate sausages. They're called Schokoladsdasses. It's like an interesting dessert, but it's very delicious, trust me. And I also went outside into the forest. I wanted to record today's video in the forest, but the quality was just mid, so I decided to record a new video here in my room. I'm gonna show a few clips of that, maybe, if I want to, if I have time. But, yeah, I spent some time with the family, spent some time alone, and I realized that I want to do side quests in life. I want more experience, because experience makes you a more interesting person, makes you more, what was it called? More, what was the word? What was the word? It makes you more bold. Experience makes you bold and confident, and it's just like a more interesting person. You know what I'm saying? So, today, it was a good day. It was a good day. I think it was a pretty great day. And this video is a bit longer than usual. Oh, but wait, I didn't tell you what the plan is for the future. So basically, what I want to do is this even recording? Yeah, it is. What I want to do for the future is make a new channel. This time it's gonna be sleep stories. Sleep stories. You know what they are? I mean, you've probably seen them somewhere, some point in your life, but there's multiple types of sleep stories. There's documentaries, there's like, I don't know, documentaries about history, about space, and there's stories that are just purely fictional, but most of them use so much AI. There's like no human input, and I feel like that's not great at all. I know that if I watched that type of content, I would want it to be made by humans, and that's why I'm gonna make something, well, made by me, made by a human, made by a real person, that's gonna have some creativity and uniqueness to it. And my plan is to just write a story, write a script. Maybe I have a friend who could help me. Maybe I'm gonna ask him for some help, and I'm gonna do the voiceover with this mic. I think it's a pretty high quality mic. I'm gonna talk in a chill voice, or I'm gonna test, like, you know, something like that. So like that type of voice. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I think that's it for today. This was a pretty good day. I'll see you in the next one.